The barber stopped cutting. His voice was cautious, almost apologetic. "You have a scar here. Looks surgical." I frowned. "I've never had surgery." He didn't answer, just called another barber over. They leaned close, whispering in a language I only half understood. Then one of them said, "This is recent, maybe 6 months old." I reached up and felt it. A faint line, almost hidden beneath my hair. A ridge where there shouldn't be one. That night I stood in front of the mirror for hours, turning my head, running my fingers over the mark. It wasn't there before. I would have noticed. Sleep didn't come. Every sound in the dark felt too sharp. Every silence too heavy. By morning I booked an MRI. Told the doctor it was for migraines. He smiled politely, nodded. But when he came back, his face wasn't polite anymore. It was pale, rigid. He set the scans down like they were something alive. "Has anyone operated on you recently?" "No," he hesitated. "Because there's something in your skull. Something. A word that doesn't belong in a sentence about your head." He showed me the image. A thin object, metallic, buried behind the left ear, close to the temporal lobe. He said it could be a fragment or an implant. But no medical record existed. No scar in the system. No surgery reported. I asked for the disc, paid cash, walked out. The drive home felt wrong, like being watched from the inside. My wife called. Her voice was light, familiar, warm, but every word now scraped against my mind. Her laughter, something mechanical, practiced. She said she'd be home late again. Work's been crazy. Work. The same excuse she'd used the night I'd lost 6 hours of memory after that car accident last year. The same night she said I'd just collapsed from exhaustion. My mind began connecting things. Her sudden distance, her new passwords, the company trip I wasn't allowed to attend. I wanted to believe it was paranoia, but paranoia doesn't leave metal inside your skull. I started observing her quietly. Small details, patterns. Her phone was always face down. Her car parked a block away before coming home. She never let me near her laptop anymore. One night, she fell asleep on the couch. I checked her phone. There was an app hidden under a utilities folder, a corporate encryption tool. It wasn't from her job, it was from mine. She used to work for a medical research firm. I used to work in defense, classified data, biotech systems, neural mapping. The thought hit me like a cold blade. Was I the project? I contacted an old friend for my unit. He owed me favors. I sent him the MRI image. 2 days later, he called back. "It's a micro-transponder," he said, "prototype level, used for data relay. Someone's been recording your neural activity." I sat in silence, staring at the wall. The hum of the refrigerator felt too loud. Every second stretched thin. He added quietly, "And whoever installed it had medical clearance. Someone you trusted." I asked her to meet for dinner. Same place where we first met. I wanted symmetry. She arrived smiling, wore the necklace I'd given her for our anniversary, the one she said she'd lost months ago. We talked. About nothing. About everything. Then I slid an envelope across the table. Inside was a printout of my MRI, the analysis report, and a time-stamped access log from my classified files. Her ID number stamped across the entries. Her face changed. Slowly, like something breaking under the skin. She didn't speak. Didn't need to. Her silence said everything. I watched her throat tighten, eyes darting like an animal trapped in light. Finally, she whispered, "You weren't supposed to find out." I leaned forward. My voice was calm, almost detached. "Then why did you stop pretending you loved me after?" Her lip trembled. Tears didn't fall. She wasn't crying for me. She was crying for herself. I didn't shout. I didn't threaten. I simply said, "You've been transmitting classified data through me. You used me as your conduit, as your test subject." She shook her head, but her denial was hollow. "I did it for us," she whispered. "No," I said. "You did it for them." I stood, placed a small recorder on the table. "It's been on since you walked in." Her face drained of color. "I already sent copies of this conversation to internal security," I said. "They'll come for you, not me." I paused, letting the weight of it settle. "You should have picked someone else." Then I walked away. The sound of my footsteps felt like punctuation. They took her 3 days later. The house was quiet after that. Too quiet. I had the implant removed under another name in another country. The surgeon asked what it was. I told him it was a mistake. Sometimes I still feel it, the phantom pulse behind my ear, like something remembering me. I keep her photograph in a drawer I never open, not because I miss her, because it reminds me how close love can sit beside betrayal, how both can whisper in the same voice. In the end, I didn't lose my mind. She just underestimated how cold it could get inside mine.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.